Well, it's an exciting day here in Houston in the sports news because your Texans have signed cornerback Jerron Conley from the Oakland Raiders to shore up a pretty weak second. No, I'm kidding. It's the World Series. We can't be more excited for that here at Strategic Advisory Services. My family, everybody I know is excited about the World Series. And if you're planning to go to the game, we looked it up, plan to spend about $450 to sit in the nosebleeds to get the experience, because we all know you can't see much from there. But if you want to see the game, you're going to need a couple $1,000s per ticket to attend that and actually see what's going on. I will be watching at home. But if you want to go to a game in Washington, D.C., plan to spend about $400 more for your ticket than you would here in Houston for games 3 and 4. We think that's probably a supply and demand issue because the Washington Nationals haven't really been to a World Series since 1933, or they haven't seen a World Series in Washington, D.C. since 1933 because, of course, the Nationals weren't a team then. It was the Washington Senators. So anyway, interesting World Series facts. Last year, if you're going to go to a game, you had to spend about $1,700 on average for your ticket. We're going to see what the average ticket price is for this World Series and compare. I think that'll be interesting to find out. In some stock market news, the Dow continues to kind of hover between the $26,500 mark and the $27,000 mark. It's just kind of in a cruising position. Still a lot of volatility, but not a ton of movement lately in the overall value of the Dow. If you were watching the market this morning or some stock market news, you would have seen Biogen. It's a pharmaceutical company. They are developing or have basically announced the success of an Alzheimer's drug during the early onset period that can really help somebody if they have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and they catch it early. The stock price, because of it, interestingly enough, jumped 30% almost overnight. This comes on the back of last March, where it dropped almost 30% overnight because of news of this drug wasn't good at that point. And so it turns around. This is why we don't recommend concentrating in any one stock, because news like this, something can happen that can really impact the value of a portfolio quickly. That's why diversification matters. So if you got lucky and you own Biogen and you bought it sometime after last March, well, you made a few dollars overnight. And so again, that's why I believe in diversification. Hope you have a great week. Go Astros. Hopefully the next time we talk, we're celebrating a World Series title. Take care.